from you to be in a certain place at a certain time, or whether I can just stick in the same area that you're at.
Keep in the same area. So your sequence would be to once this is done, get ready to shoot the pathway of people coming down.
Got it, like you just showed me?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then once everybody has come down, you move over to the kapa. So Padekin, da-da-da, happens here. Padekin and Tish, the outside pathway, and then the ceremony.
And the ceremony where we go on audio. Okay.
Yeah. And where the heck is this screen at?
Also, are the levels on this automatic, or do I need to manually ride them, or?
The levels?
Oh,
well, it should be all set up to the...
whatever he's doing.
Yeah. So I already tested it, make sure that it... Okay. Alright, just stand by now. Go through another area then.
How's everything going? Is this working yet?
Yeah, it's working. We have viewers now. So,
Cool.
what would you say?
No? Cool, so will we just leave it running from here on out?
Yeah, let's just do that unless there's like an interruption in the connection.
Okay. As long as we got the red dot though, it's going, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Red dot in the front. And the red dot.
Yeah, so we got 12 people.
I hope they're the right people.
Yeah.
Not like somehow privacy settings went wrong. It should be enlisted and only those who have one. Okay. So I'm going to double check that. Assuming I can actually see it on here.
It's the Roman S, but aren't there two kinds of Roman S's?
Yeah, this is run in SC.
That the small one?
Yeah, the smaller one, but it's still decent size in my book. Okay, so this is this. Doesn't show up on my. Okay, there we go. Yeah, enlisted. Good. Those are good. They're supposed to be one. Okay, good. Probably gonna get bored pretty quick. Well, these are supposed to start now. I'm gonna see if it is. phone gets low on batteries, you have this. You just have to turn it on by holding that down for a little bit. Okay, how many viewers do we got? Just gonna make sure.
14, I think.
16 now.
Hopefully they're not worried this is the wrong one since nothing's happened.
Well, it looks like a wedding's about to happen.
It's true.
Let me get the other rabbi. Let me grab the Shlomi.
Okay. Hi, Rabbi. I'm Daryl. I'm going to be trying to run the coordinate this
Troublemakers
time.
and a rabbi.
Yeah, no, Okay, you're all set up. You're
Yeah.
good?
Yep.
Okay, I have to close all these legs.
Okay.
live?
We are, yeah.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, we put it on back here, so that we see it's going down. You know what?
Yeah.
How long is the deal? Whatever happens, it happens. How's the school? Okay.
It's through here.
Okay, so you're right. Oh, in there.
No, the tush is in
In
the
there.
bar
In
at
the
the
bar,
back.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, Will, we have to do this first. Come on. Cousins from Chicago.
Those are Daniel's roommates from grad school.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, where are they?
They're in Chicago, New York. Love them.
Because I should be yeah,
Daniel, do you have the ring with you by chance? No, just got the ring. Are you sure? Hold it up. And then make it yours. Lift it up that makes it yours. Because if we can get everybody else's main job, if someone asks, is that your main guy? Yeah, that's right. And lift it up. Okay?
have something different. Where did the plate go?
Those are shop 20.
So this, we're going to do like a Greek wedding. Wrap it in heavy, heavy towel. Did you bring the gloves? Because the two moms are going to break this. But you need the key.
You want me to bring a towel?
Yes, please.
Do you need a...
Like a thick one, like a thick beach towel.
Very good. Mom made I'm down, you know.
You ready, Leo? You ready?
I got it.
Leo, where's your guy?
You gave up your.
He's only one man.
That's the worst thing that happened. Let's say he's back on the way.
I'm driving to Dupont Circle.
L'chaim.
I am Toyden. It's not working for
Like on my own money?
Leo, I was gonna do this dance with you. You know how it works?
Don't take the other hand off, you'll see. No, don't. Oh my god.
No, he's out here.
It's a heart attack.
You'll see the carpet, the carpet.
It's 18. It was 12.
Yeah. Don't do it.
No, the guitar guy left, so there it goes. Oh wow, that's good. L'chaim. We're just about, I guess, in just momentarily, we're going to have the breaking of the plate. And the bride's mom, the groom's mom come in. We'll do just that. But it sounds like everybody's ready to make the l'chaim, so you're going to make the bracha. Go ahead, make the bracha.
L'chaim, and to the Chazan and Kala, may you have a word. Oh, a happy and healthy life together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol nהיה b'dvaro.
Amen.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
He's like, no, I can't have it. Daniel will be wasted on my set.
So we were just going over with Rabbi Shlomi Daniel's bar mitzvah at the Renaissance Hotel. Was that where it was at?
Was at the Renaissance Hotel. And we had a nice crowd. We moved the entire show over to the hotel. And Daniel did a great job.
What parsha did you read, Daniel? Uh-huh, look at that. Are you glad it's not Yisro?
I missed the joke, but I knew it without even hearing it. I got it.
Because, Benji's going to be reading Yitro. But before Benji reads Yitro, you got to do both. You said both?
Well, we have the same birthday, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you have the same English birthday.
Yeah, not Hebrew.
What day was that?
your English first?
January 18th.
I'm the 9th.
5. Oh, no way.
Wow.
You're January 9th?
19th.
My brother's 9th.
January 7th. What's your Hebrew birthday? I'm sorry.
We have an
Pop quiz that I can't remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
We have an
Chabad.org. Yeah.
What's my Hebrew birthday? Thanks.
Heap cow.
Sorry?
Heap cow.
Heap cow. Oh, yeah, heap cow is so good.
So you know that, Daniel, you're going to be expected to be Parsha both.
Yeah, from now on.
The good thing from now on.
You'll get the text from Yossi.
Exactly. Not just that, but I already had Benji for Shavuot for next year. 'Cause I just wanted-
yeah. We said we're tagging on and off when you're on, when you're off.
My dad, Daniel's grandfather, of course, was very strict that we always did our hot Torah every year, so we wouldn't forget. And as much of the davening as we could do. So one day I went in, we went into shul, and they called me up to do the hot Torah, and of course it was not Shoftim, which is my hot Torah, it was Nachamu. And my dad said, you're gonna go to Nachamu? I said, yeah. And he said, why? I said, because that's your hot Torah.
And that's the shortest one out there.
Well,
Yeah, I don't want to say
and
that.
the first few words you only have to learn one time, right?
Yeah.
Cut the words out. That part of the year.
The word count.
Cut the word count down.
That was nice. I'm sure your dad loved that.
My dad did, and we had a very interesting synagogue that way. The older men would not do the davening. Once you were 13, you did the davening. And in any way you could break it up, and they really pushed us to davening. So,
Where was this?
in the suburb of St. Louis.
That's
Is the shul still there?
No, well, the building is still there.
Shul is
Shul is closed. The neighborhood is no longer Jewish, and everybody moved to the west side of St. Louis. And this was not on the west side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was the name of the show?
Jack's in Hollywood, where was it?
Jack's Hollywood was on Virginia Avenue in Hollywood.
What was it
That's
called?
where I had my Ufru.
Right, what was it
And that was called Ahavat Israel.
Abbas Israel.
And Jack was the president of that show, and his father was the president of that show.
So what happened? He got shot one time walking out of that place? What happened on Saturday night?
So for a CIA agent or Air Force courier, Jack had a very, he had the type of life he would write a storybook about. An adventure movie could be made about his life. But there was times in his life when he had a new Cadillac every 6 months. He never changed the oil. He just traded it off the lease and got another Cadillac. Every 6 months he had a Cadillac. He had this big white Cadillac. And he would drive it to Ahavat Israel on Friday night and do the walking. And on Motzi Shabbat, he and the Chazan got in the car, and he had a flag lot driveway. And when they got out of the car, two guys came up the driveway. One guy was in the getaway car, asked for money. They said, "We don't have any money because it just came from shul." And the Chazan was a younger man and hit the deck. And 3 bullets went into the glove compartment, and 1 or 2 bullets went into my father-in-law.
Really?
Yeah. So my sister-in-law was up in the window. She was home. We were living in Chicago at the time, Debbie and I. And everything panned out, and he made the surgery and got rid of the white Cadillac, and we changed the pattern. Years later, we moved to Agora, and then they moved to Agora West like a few months after that. It wasn't very long. And Jack was davening on a Sunday morning and telling his story of where he came from. And a rabbi says to him, when I was a bacher, I sat with a wife whose husband was having surgery at Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital, who had got shot. Do you know who that was? And Jack shows his arm. Says, "You see this scar? That was me." And Sappho says, "I was sitting with your wife in the hospital." Yeah.
He was shot in the arm.
Went through his elbow, and then the bone fragment of the bullets went into his abdomen. So he had about 6 hours of surgery, and he was in the hospital for a number of weeks.
And today is the Shloshim.
And today is his Shloshim, 95 years old, thank God.
So Yaakov and Chaim Shimon.
Chaim has been shot. Chaim and Aliyah.
Man, he's smiling down today. He said, finally Daniel's doing this. They had a very special bond.
Jack had offices in Baghdad, Tehran, and London, Boston.
What did he do?
On the front,
If
he
he
was a
tells you,
government
he tells
contractor.
you, he'll have to shoot you.
I say, got it.
But just one story about Jack. He was going to Casablanca to visit his mother-in-law from Baghdad. And he says, and I realized I only had one passport with me, and that one was stamped full of Israel. And there was trouble. So I bought a prayer rug, I transferred, or wherever in Paris, whatever, because he knew in Morocco they look at your suitcase before they look at your passport. He said, so I packed the prayer rug on the top of my suitcase, I got to customs, I said to them in Arabic, Salam, the whole thing, Alakim, and he says, and they whisked me through. And Debbie has a story when they were all at Uncle Joseph's house, a blessed memory. There was a military coup. A phone rang. Jack said, pack your bags, and have them at the door. A big limousine showed up. 2 very American guys came and got the suitcases. And she said we were in the car. Not only were we taken to the airport, we were taken directly to the plane. And the next thing we were in Italy. And the next thing we were on a U.S. air base. And I said, did you ever question why you could drive your car right up to the air base and the gate would just go up? She says, we would go bowling and go to the PX and see the movies, and my dad would go to work. I said, how long was he gone for? She said, sometimes a long time. So that's my father.
Dan, you grew up in Agora?
And he grew up in
He didn't want to be called Jack anymore.
Yaakov is Yisrael Yaakov.
Remember at the end, he didn't want to be called Jack anymore. He was Israel.
So when you look at his yearbook from Hollywood High School, his name is Israel Azov. And when we found his birth certificate, his name is Israel Jacob Azov. But he always had this nickname Jack. And Jack stuck, and eventually we got on his driver's license and his passports. And that was the name he used as he moved around.
He preferred Israel?
But later in life, he He retired from what he was doing and returned very strongly to Judaism.
He became a real chassid. Long beard. Everyone called him Jack. Oh yeah, he ended up with a long beard. Everyone called him Jack. It was Yisrael in Israel.
Oh, is that
Yeah. So when I met Debbie, Jack was already very religious. So I didn't know him really in those kinds of days, although we did have contact.
Yeah, it is.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hi. Hi. Say hi.
How are you? I'm good. I feel great.
So
I feel
excited
great.
for you.
I'm just right here. Just hold. You look amazing. Thank you.
I said some together for you today.
Thanks, honey.
You songs thinking about you.
Thank you so much.
Your special day. This is so exciting.
I know.
I saw Jackie. Jackie was taking a picture with Nico, and I was
So
like,
happy you're
for some
here.
reason.
I would have to be outside. It's like 3 in the morning.
Josie,
No one's
come here.
awake, and I'm like, where's Nico? I wasn't home. Is Nico in there? Come here.
ran away.
Come here. Come here. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
Yeah.
Joji. Hi, Nico. Joji.
This is Carol.
Joji. Joji, come here.
Timmy and her 2 little boys.
Okay, okay, here.
And Nahara.
Whitney, stay here, please.
Hey, Mickey Mouse.
Joji.
Will ran inside.
Oh, Viv, William ran inside. Apparently it's on Zoom, I see, right?
Yeah.
You like it there? That's what it looks like my grandson's voice on Zoom. Oh,
You did?
yeah. On Zoom, yeah. My son Camille had a baby in Connecticut. I was
When?
there, February. We were there for Zoom.
Oh, they're the perfect ones.
It's such a
I like popped out the dummy.
This looks so pretty. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You're like the perfect magazine bride, yeah. I'm just looking, it's like with the flowers around you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's so beautiful.
Hey, Mike.
More
Give me one second. So, I've had it go out about a handful of times. And I just hit reconnect. Is that reconnecting you to the exact same feed? I mean, I can
Exact same feed. The reconnection is just for the phone. It's been nonstop. I've been checking the screen, so it's been nonstop.
Got it. So that's just the phone that's disconnecting from the device.
Yeah,
A little
it's
bit away
you know,
from
it's a little
you.
spotty.
Okay, cool.
You look like royalty.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which she should.
Let's
No, no,
not
no.
that.
It's her day.
Exaggerate.
So beautiful.
Yeah. I was just saying, it's so weird because you talk about it so much, and then especially because of Corona, we didn't know what we're doing, and you just talk about it every day, and for it to actually be here is
Amazing.
There's a lot of meant to be your date. We're
Yeah,
meant to be-
yeah.
We didn't change this.
This is the day.
It's a lot of pent up emotion.
totally.
Daniel's gonna die right now.
You sisters should stand together.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry.
Take a picture together. Oh, you sisters. Simi, you want to take a picture? Simi, you want to take a
Oh,
picture?
yeah. She has her little man.
Should I move it down?
Perfect. Beautiful, lady. Right there. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Oops. Oops, perfect. Thank you. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Funny. Check out the meds. I know. Sounds like they're really happening. There we go.
There's a lot more of this too.
Sounds like they're settling all the whole deal.
So delicious. It's so cute.
It's
One more question. Do you know
yeah.
what frame rate this is shooting at?
Yeah,
Because
it's 30.
No, I think they're
it's
just
at 30.
acting.
Okay. Yeah, because it seems that on automatic it's using the shutter speed to correct it. I don't know if that's good. But it doesn't matter too much. So
There's no aperture, so it has to do what it has to do.
yeah, got it. I was just wondering if I needed to keep it at a multiple 30 for the footage to not look choppy.
Might not even really stay in.
Don't worry about it.
I know this way. Stand by yourself. That's really all you need. You don't want to eat great. Exactly right.
Maybe if you want to pop it on a gimbal, and you know, then maybe we'll worry about
Yeah.
the show.
I have a good list.
No.
Trying all the grind.
The entire drive here, Leo asked, how long, can you ask the rabbi before he starts like in the first play with William?
I know, that's so cute. That's so cute.
He knows what
You
he's
asked
doing.
him to
He's
please
being
wait
cheeky.
5 minutes so I can play.
Made the bride him think put his clothes on. Could you imagine? Okay, I told them they're gonna start signing
They didn't sign it yet?
No, they haven't signed it.
Why do they want to renegotiate?
Yeah.
It's always, it's always
I'm loving it. Beautiful,
What?
right?
Popular stream?
A
No
duck?
problem.
I'm going to.
Can help run around.
Beautiful right there.
You want just
Beautiful. Couple more.
Once you guys come in, you'll probably have to find a new position.
Oh, once they come in here, then I'll go to the walkout place?
No, once the guys come in here, you're gonna have to
Oh, yeah.
find something.
Sure, sure.
You know,
Let my eyes dry up.
to still see.
So after that, then our next destination is the walkout spot. You sure that was easy? Okay. and I'll just kind of follow them out as they exit.
Yeah, we'll find, because there's going to be several people, just find kind of a stationary place they could see you at.
Okay.
And then move when everybody has time.
Sure.
Find a nice spot to
Get the ceremony.
get the ceremony, see what's under the
Yeah,
facade,
Debbie, they were
might
like,
be a
come
little
sit
bit
here.
of adjustment.
And at that point, I'll switch to the road.
Yeah, then you'll plug that in.
Got it.
Just relax. Attends, on va prendre les photos.
Right here, ladies. Ladies, right here.
So
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I need to go this way. I'll move this way.
Do you see Jackie? She looks in the window.
Actually, it's just stand for
Can we have one?
Yeah. Just,
Yes, you're both.
Hey, Leo.
Why does she look like a princess?
Do you recognize Jackie?
She said, why does she look like a princess?
what?
He said, why does she look like a princess?
All of our. Yeah, I don't like it. Let's see at that point. Let's see.
How's the phone battery looking?
Is there a way to check it while I have the app open?
Yeah, you just swipe down and things.
72.
Okay.
I had to have it plugged in for a while here while I was stationary.
Okay.
So
Right there.
might as well do it now. As long as we're
And you
not-
could find a way to use that, Velcro
Just a minute,
tie.
please.
Yeah.
And then you too. Oh, maybe she needs to. Right here, good. Smile. Daniel's sister, can you, or are you?
Yeah, of course. It's always been my claim to fame.
Daniel's sister?
Lorraine.
Lauren, okay.
No,
Oh my God.
I may not be in here.
He's gorgeous. Right there. Hi guys. Hi there.
She knows right away you are.
Beautiful
Oh,
bride.
I remember the good old days of you were born.
Oh, you have a kid?
Yeah, 2-year-old now.
Oh wow.
Totally different. Very different from.
Very different from that age.
Yeah, they're becoming their own kind of little person.
Yeah.
At that point, they're kind of human larvae, and then they become a miniature person.
Yeah.
And then they get attitudes like, oh, I don't have to say yes.
Oh wow. Yeah, you hit the tough
Sit
part
right
now.
here.
Yeah.
Around. Ready? Leo, remember William?
Yay. Yay, ladies. And little man here. Right here, guys.
Get in the box.
Get in there, right there. Good. Oh, not in front of mom. Sorry. No problem. Right, perfect. Yay. One more kiss. One more kiss.
Oh, okay, so the film's on the kitchen table. Give Jackie a kissy.
Priceless. That's the best.
It's okay.
What product is that for?
Oh, it's from your thing?
Oh my God.
No, it's off.
I mean, like, you can't fix it. There's nothing you can do.
I didn't show you
Well,
where our
when I
gear
go
is
to the
stored,
corner, I'm
did
gonna get you.
What's that?
Okay?
I didn't show you where my gear
It's
is
on the
stored.
kitchen table.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah, I can AC for you if you need me to grab batteries and lenses and stuff.
Oh, it's kind of hard to tell you where it is.
Yeah, well, when you get a shot, just show me. Even if you have a second right now, we can go look.
Yeah. Okay, so I can at least run and point you in the right direction. Okay.
We going?
Just follow him and just make sure he comes back here when you hear the guys. Leo, can I buy time? Follow him. Will, Leo. Will, stay here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's a Corona high five.
You've been trained well.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture. Yes, please.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we can
come in a picture. Come on the other side.
Come on, Debbie.
Come and hold the
Like right
Yes.
there, and then you can lean your body and perfect. Close together, like really lean into the shot. That's it, like more. I know this off, but it's perfect. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
It took so long to sign the ketubah at my wedding. Really? That we technically got married the next day.
Oh my god. Why did they like that?
Hey, we missed Sunday.
That it was really cool you made me sign my ketubah.
Oh yeah.
Where's mine? That's a good
I was
question. I
looking
went upstairs
for
to
it.
school and told me, look. Sherry back to me.
Oh, no. Well, I was looking for it, so.
No. I think I know where it is. It better be there. If I
The
don't,
flowers are magnificent. Whoever did this flower.
Yeah,
I know, you know what I said to, I said somebody,
somebody.
there was another wedding. I mean,
Oh, yeah, that's so
weird. Tomorrow, if you need anybody, she can ask. I said, I would have loved to have another tomorrow. But had to leave.
Talking when there are two things happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Looking good. This doesn't do justice of the quality that you get online.
Oh, okay, it looks better than that.
It's very much degraded just to save bandwidth.
Got it, yeah.
Let me try that. They just had immediate families come together.
I want a hand.
The
They
uncles and
become
aunts.
kicker and when it comes to
She's the best accessory here.
Oh.
Better than a mask.
Definitely my accessory.
Yeah.
She would go back and say she could.
You know, that's what she also does. She made a wedding. She did, and then go around and she started to like those circles, see what I did. No, she went to, did it in Florida. She went to the house with an hour.
They're just signing.
They're signing.
They're signing.
My husband was really close.
I put it to your son, that you just rush him along.
Me and Romy are not.
And when there are drinks around, it's kind of hard to pull them away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So her great grandma, right?
I know. I don't post them.
Just to check things out. You pop off the mask. They're also they're signing the
Alright. So next step.
Party for them.
Where's our drink?
So funny. We were watching my wedding video recently, and I was just cracking up. All my girlfriends, like I was 18. All my girlfriends are all dancing around, and they're all going, "Tommy, I see you all the time. Tommy, I see you." I'm like laughing. They're all singing this song, and they're all dancing away. And I'm like, "These crazy!" Like we're like little kids.
Were you scared?
I was scared. I was like more like emotional. Like it was a big like. I wasn't afraid. I like was very. How I thought I would. Yeah, I met him.
Oh, okay. The great grandchildren. Perfect.
Where's Cindy?
Hi guys, right here. Smile.
Jimmy.
Can you smile, Jimmy? Get a little closer. Climb up. Climb up right there. Climb up right there. Right there. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Debbie.
Long
Yossi.
We could start with,
I'm sorry, what?
Benji and
yeah,
Thank you.
you have to go and take rest. Well, to go out Rabbi Shlomo, as we're going to
What's up? Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Good to see you. We'll see you later at the chuppah.
They're coming.
Yes, no, I would say that. So, you know what,
At the walkout spot?
Oh, Debbie, just make sure you go with Daniel.
Okay.
Okay.
First she actually needs four. Yes. And then I think. And you do it great.
Stand by for a second.
Thank you. I'll show you.
We've lost 2 followers. 2 followers? We've lost 2 followers.
Okay, well, let me take it.
William, are you taking pics?
There's a little bit of course. Okay. Let me push it.
Have they already done everything we need here?
Yes. Except for any
We'll
of
stay in the.
Yeah, I guess the monies are done here and you can go into the walk-in area.
Okay.
And I'll show you there's a bathroom right there.
While we wait for things to start, you can just point at the general ceremony area just so the viewers have something to look at.
Sure, sure.
Get the wheelchair. Hola, mommy. Okay, thank you. I think she can maybe do it, Rosa. I think
Sorry.
she can. So here, go here and then I'll help.
Stay right there, don't worry, don't worry, stay right there.
Okay, fine.
Okay, don't come here, just stay right there, Bonnie. Thank you.
where they come out?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty late to the game, so I don't have much of the details. But I think they're coming out of the store.
Park here. Pick them up and I'll try not to walk away, but I'll keep that last portion here. I'm trying to greet you. Now I know what Miles was feeling.
That black
yeah. I wonder if it's connected on the bottom. You have the battery on the bottom?
No. Yeah, that's actually a big match. Yeah. I don't know I'm sure we can get them all at once. But yeah, it's tough to do all day.
Yeah. Get one here, but you can't have the heat
yeah, you can get tasty clean up cheese or something classic.
Yeah, I tried it before.
But I actually prefer when I'm actually sorry. When you're on the game, you have to put it on one side of the cage. So we actually use that.
If you want to do an accessory shoe or something like this,
yeah,
maybe we'll just have cable kind of. I mean, I'm not totally in the market for one, but I really like its price and everything.
6K?
And 4K was like, I think the rest of them are the shape. The shape I kind of like.
Yeah, the 6K does. The roller shutter back yeah, which is weird because that's big. But they did address that. Well, you got micro four third not lenses.
Yeah, I already got a little bit.
It's the show. I'd like to donate a cigar. And people. Go a little more. Just a little more. We got one of the honey, there's a chair right over here waiting for you. No, I want you guys, I want you ready.
definitely might be better lighting, since that has the top spot there.
Yeah.
So why don't you get yourself around here?
Will I'll be out of your way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My money shot is around here, or I could be next to you. Sylvia, would I
This
be
is
in your
cool.
way if
This exposure.
Actually, Marcus, am I in your shot now? Okay. I'll just be not socially distanced from Brian.
Yeah. We've already shot together, so.
And I got tested right after too.
Did you?
Yep.
Like the day after?
2 days after?
Oh, really?
Because you can't, if you do it the same day, that's 60%.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need more.
Yeah.
Where'd you get tested?
Lake Elsinore, a little bit out of here.
Wow.
Oh, great.
That's
the whole
far.
audience will hear this. Well, probably 10 people like that. So they'll get music more clearly if we plug it in right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Sorry, audience. A lot of random banter. You're going to get much better music.
Right here?
Yep.
모습만 Kashamai, Beinatai, Baruch haba.
There is no question, Daniel and Jackie, that you dreamt and imagined this day for years. And imagining this day, you had in mind all of the friends and family that you've come across throughout your journey to this very day, to be standing with us right here under the papa. There's an old Yiddish saying, Mensch fragt Gott lacht. Man dreams and thinks of things, and the Almighty has a nice laugh. Well, here it is. Let's all have a nice laugh. There are many of those who cannot travel and are just quarantined all around the world, couldn't get on a plane to be here. And here it is, after all said and done, we're standing on the very day that you all designated for the day of your marriage. And we know that Hashem has big plans in which we get to come together and celebrate. And I'm so proud of your decision to go forward, as we Jews always do, and understanding all the diversity in moving forward. We go ahead and we've done that and called the day for the wedding and kept to the day of the wedding. And we keep not to our calendar, but to the Creator of all, His calendar. So here on this very special day, I'd like to take a moment and let you know what brings me to Beverly Hills. Well, I've been born here in Los Angeles, but the only thing that brings me and my family to California is the great Rabbi Schneerson. Him sending my dad here back in 1965, and me being brought up in the Chabad family. I didn't have a choice of what I would be doing for a living. It wasn't like, do you want to be a fireman or a policeman? You know, you think of these dreams growing up. That's about as far as it went before I knew it. You're a rabbi. Well, let me read for you a blessing that the Rebbe gives to the bride and groom for this very day and bestow it upon the two of you, Jackie and Daniel, that it should stand with you for all the days of your life, and you to there's 120 to 120 for the two of you. Reading and blessing, in reply to your notification of the date of your wedding to take place with God's help, I send you herewith my prayerful wishes that it take place in a happy and an auspicious hour, and that you build an everlasting Jewish home based on the foundations of the Torah and Mitzvah, as they are illuminated in the inner light of the Torah, that is, the teachings of Chassidut. Well, here it is. We're just about to make a prayer which would bring about you taking on the marriage of Jackie and Daniel. But before doing that, let me share with you a few words. We just came out from the house where Jackie was veiled by Daniel. And what is that all about? What's that whole veiling process? You want to see everything that there is about Jackie before you marry her. So what is there putting the veil on? So 3 ideas behind the veil. One is, in marriage, we're not there to change our partner. We don't want to change our partner. We want to be able to take them as they are. into our lives, realizing that we're here to build something bigger and new together. So all those old ideas that we had about who we are and what we are, we have to be able to appreciate another being in our life and what they stand for, without looking to change anybody, but yet to grow together. The next beautiful thing about having the veil covered over is that in life, we change out in life. And the most precious thing that I've been seeing in Beverly Hills, walking the neighborhoods here, we're seeing the elderly now holding hands, walking down the block, little lovebirds in their 90s, all of a sudden getting out to get some fresh air and holding hands. And the beauty that they have in each other's eyes go beyond the physical being. It's an inner beauty that they have with one another, an inner bond. And that's the idea of you putting a veil over Jackie, that everything about her, the innermost love that she has, the bonds that you make together go beyond the physical beauty, the physical attributes, the spiritual aspects of your lives. And that's the other concept of putting the veil on. And the other idea of a veil is like those party bags that they give you. You never know what's in it, but you have to accept it all for what it is. Here's your party bag. You both have party bags, and as life goes on, you get little surprises here and there, and that's great. And learn to love all the surprises that come in those party bags that is now all under the veil. There is three rings that are take place in the marriage, and the first ring is what Jackie did. She went around you. She went around you, and that idea is how she's building a circle around you. It's only for you. That circle, it's a spiritual bond. That the two of you are being made now, and everybody up and is watching down. You take down the next generation of Lowy's, Wallman, and we go down to the next generation down, all applauding you all as you make this spiritual bond. That's the first Jackie, making the first. The second ring is the one that Daniel is going to give you. That's a very man thing, to give something of materialistic. And there it is. For Daniel to feel comfortable, he needs to see you ring that ring. And he sees you ring that ring, he knows, this is my love. This is my Jackie. This is my love of my life. Every time he sees that ring, that's how men are. They need to see material things. But the next ring is this beautiful chuppah that we stand under. This is the Almighty's ring. This is the Almighty circle. This circle that you put together. And this is where you have family standing around you. You have everybody that you love in your life now partaking, whether they're standing here or whether they're going to be celebrating when they get to see you next and have a time with you. They're all here. That's the outer being of you. That's the community that you both have been brought up with, the love that you've shared within your communities and peoples. They're all here in that circle around you. These are the three beings that you both created in your lifetime. And the one very personal one is that it's called Kiddushin. It's going to call between sacred. That your bond, the two of you, is different than your bond to absolutely anybody else in the world. It's very exclusive to the two of you that is being created and made on this very day. On this very day, the 22nd of Sivan. I want to take a moment and recognize the fact that when we stand on the chuppah, every time, what do we mention? We mention parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, all the generations. We welcome them under the chuppah. And I want to take a moment and recognize Yisrael Yaakov Jack, your late father who just passed on, and today would have been the Shloshim. And one generation goes, another generation comes, and there it is, your first of granddaughters standing right behind you. That you should know Simchas and your mom, Marcel. Hi, Mom. I understand Mom did was that a shotgun wedding in Morocco? Did the parents come? I don't know, but it seemed like it was done. You may have had more people here than in Morocco. I don't know, but I don't know if there's pictures of it. But Grandma, all the strength to you, and may the Almighty comfort you with the loss of your wonderful husband. We'll take a moment now, and we're standing under a very, very special talus. This talus has many tears drenched in it, tears that go back generations. This is the talus of our dear cantor and father of Janine, Cantor Sylvia Winkler. And if you put your hands on her, you can feel those spiritual tears coming down. Your grandpa, Jackie, would do anything in the world to be here right now, and he would cry. I don't know why he's crying. It's your granddaughter. Why are you crying? She's getting married. Why are you crying? But that's what you do. You cry. And here would be Toviet trying to read the book, but yet, tears flowing down his face. You should know, Jackie, how much love your grandpa had for you, your pop had for you, and he'd do anything, and he'll change everything up in heaven that he knows how to change to make sure that you both have a wonderful, beautiful life for the both of you. I know you never met your grandma, Maisie. She passed before Janine's wedding, is that correct? And so that's quite generations ago. But mentioning her name under the chuppah brings us blessing here tonight. We have your grandfather, who's now in Jerusalem, Tel Aviv. Your grandfather Frank and your grandmother Shirley, Grandma Shirley. May the Almighty give them both long and healthy and happy years. I know they would jump on a plane to be here for anything. In fact, they were here for your bat mitzvah, they were here for the bris, they were here for every occasion. So if you were thinking about where would you want to have your chuppah, of all places, right? This is, in some interesting fashion, this place has been made holy by all the special occasions that you've had in this home, and all the Shabbat dinners and all the special things that have taken place. You doing the chuppah here is very apropos. So again, kudos on choosing the right location for the chuppah. I know there's some more in my notes. Barry's parents, of course. I did have a chance to talk to Barry, and Barry's told me that his brother is in Chicago, and you wouldn't know it, that his brother has children, and one of them has gotten married, and the other ones are participating here. You have another brother in St. Louis, and you have a sister in St. Louis. They're all here participating with us in spirit, and may the memory of your parents be here under our chuppah with us, and may they bring blessing to us. And I know they had Yiddish going on in the family. They all had that, although they were Americana Yidden, but they still spoke Yiddish, and your son Daniel speaks Yiddish, so it's kind of going down generations here. It's all Abyssal Yiddish. Yiddish. So we're gonna jump into the celebrations. I do want to take a note that this family here has been a beacon of light for our community, and really brought the Lowy family, really bringing our family together, bringing the community together. From the day that your dad stepped foot in our shul, Janine, our community has changed for the good, and really brought us in a shimmer that otherwise would have gotten lost in Southern California life. And here it is today, right here in our neighborhood. We get to celebrate the most auspicious day in your life, to watch your children come to the chuppah. With that, before I make the blessings, I'm going to ask on Daniel to make sure he has the ring. Okay, give that just to be sure. Benji's going to give the ring to Daniel. For those who recall Simi's wedding, and the ring was called for, and what did Benji do? He went looking for it. Just for a second. For a second, and you should have seen the panic on his face. What did I do with the ring? What did I do with the ring? Well, here it is. Lift the ring up so I can see it. Okay. All right, that looks like a nice ring. And I'm going to be the witness along with Rabbi Shlomo Bislitsky. Before we give the ring, I'm going to make the blessing. 1 second. Two. Now this is a Chabad cup, because when you pour the wine, the mitzvah is to have the wine overflow. So if you can pour a little extra wine, that the blessings and good tidings should come more than what you expect in your lives. The Almighty should bless the two of you with happiness and joy and everything that you pray for over in abundance.
Yeah, I know for the second.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Boirei pri hagofen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvosav, v'tzivanu al harayos, v'asar lanu es harusos, v'hitter lanu es hanusos lanu, ayidei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh Amo Yisrael, ayidei chuppah v'kiddushin. All right, Daniel, do you have the ring? There it is. Do you own that ring? Yes. Okay, you own that ring. Lift it up. All right, it's your right hand. Are you ready? Okay, good. Okay, Jackie, your index finger. There it is. Hold it. You have two witnesses in the exclusion of everyone else, and that's Rabbi Shlomi and myself. Are you ready? Are you going to designate us as your sole witnesses? We are designated.
So, Kedat Moshe Israel.
While you look at Jack.
Behold, you are compensated to me by me of this man, according to the ritual of Moses.
Mukadeshes, Mazel Tov! And now we have the blessings that are, seven blessings that are said under the chuppah, and there's an order to this. The ketubah is read first. Rabbi Shlomi will read for us the ketubah. Jackie, you will be pleased to know that everything was read over to Daniel before he accepted it, and it didn't take him much to say, "I will."
The rabbis have to negotiate as the ketubah is in Aramaic, and we explained it to Daniel first. What was his accepting? Jackie to know. It states today's Hebrew date, and Daniel, you are getting married, and you're committing respect and cherishing each other throughout your lives. Shabbos Shnayim V'Asinin L'Chedesh Sivu Shnas Chamesh Alavim Shvam Eretz Mishmayim V'Yisrael V'Yisrael V'Kan Beverly Hills, California. Chachasim Yisrael Daniel Ben Yaakov Ber Sheyech Amalol Adov Susa Sarat Tifke Basal Yed Shimon Alevi Shmish Avalei Lim Kidas Mesh Yisrael Ben Efrat Roig V'Eizem V'Fanis Yisrael V'Kevin V'Yadayim V'Polchin Amaykim Zanim V'Fanis V'Shem V'Kush V'Yivne Lechem Ayov Tzulai V'Kesem Yisrael Masam V'Chazal Lechem V'Yareis V'Zenachim V'Sarfim V'Zivim V'Yal V'Zivim V'Yirach V'Aro Tzvias Marasel Sarat Tifke V'Tzulai V'Hafis Le'Yikri V'Dan Adinya Danol Slami V'Yavua V'Kesem V'Yadazavim V'Tafshik V'Vanish V'Kush V'Shmush Shmush the Arsa Kotibolo Yisrael Daniel Sheyech Chasandanan V'Meis Kukim Gezib Sarah V'Tzavi Yisrael Daniel Chasandanan V'Yis Kulam Yulei V'Meis Kukim Gezib Sarah V'Chein V'Nechan Tzachakam V'Sayim Kukim Gezib Sarah V'Kacham Yisrael Daniel Sheyech Chasandanan Achai Shtak Tzutzadan V'Nidam V'Tesef V'Kavasav V'Yasif Asrai Yispan V'Choshvar Arak Yichsin V'Kinyan Deis V'Kashmaya V'Kinyan Deis V'Nal V'Kinyan Yichsin Deis V'Nachai V'Lois V'Nachai Kulan Yinachai V'Van V'Van Shtak Tzutzadan V'Tesef V'Nal V'Kul V'Dum V'Kaspai V'Chayai V'Basachai V'Yemadan V'Lol V'Chai Shtak Tzutzadan V'Kinyan V'Tesef V'Nal Kibol Olav Yisrael Daniel Chasandan Kachem Kashem Tzutzadan V'Tesef V'Shanagim V'Reis Yisrael Tzutzadan V'Sikon Chachmin V'Chein V'Racha V'Loi Kasmachas V'Loi Katerz V'Sharei Yisrael Daniel Ben Yaakov Ber Chassan Ben Marsar Kifte Basalia Zishim Nalei Shir Kipsot Da Kol Ma Dekas Mevash Mil B'Mani Dekas Mil B'Mani B'Kol Sher Kayim Ve'Ol Yisib Nisim Sheyich Ben Arav Baruch Shalom Eliyah Sheyich Ye'ed Rum Shalom Martha Sheyich Ben Arav Yehuda Lev B'Fen L'Bracha Eid. You agree?
All right, give that to Jackie. You can open it up to this. It's got a little photo under the cover with the timber that goes in the wall. There you go. Put it around. You got it? All right. Oh. Here you go. All right, give it to Mom. And now, to kick off the 7 blessings, David, you got a blessing in one hand, a blessing in the other hand, and now a glass of wine to cover all the good blessings. Baruch Hashem, and Mazel Tov on your daughter. Face the bride and groom, and I'll give you the page to read off of it. There you go. Start up with it. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hold it. Amen. Amen. And then the second one. Right, Leo, number 2. There it is. Very proud brother-in-law. Okay, look at the bride and groom. Don't take your eyes off of them. Amen. Judge Lipner. You knew that was coming.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et Adam b'tzalmo b'tzelem dmut tavnito v'itkin lo mimenu binyan adayad Baruch atah Adonai yotzer Adam.
Gary, on behalf of the Wallman family, come on up and give us a blessing. You know how many years Daniel's been looking after Jackie? And here it is, Baruch Hashem. If I may say, the first time Daniel walked into the synagogue, before Janine said anything to my wife and I, Chami runs over to Janine and says, "That's for Jackie, that's for Jackie." And Janine is, shh, shh.
Jackie, this is, Daniel, this is in honor of your Sephardic, memory of your Sephardic grandmothers. I tried my best. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et Adam b'tzalmo b'tzelem dmut tavnito v'hitkin lo mimenu binyan adayad Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam sos tasis et hagiyah ha'kara v'kibbutz b'neha v'tocha b'simcha Baruch atah Adonai Mesameach Zion b'baneha.
Amen. Debbie's finally having an influence.
We have a job for you in Beverly Hills. We have a Sephardic service, by the way. There it is, beautiful. And now, Acharon Chavi. Do I need to translate that?
No, I got it. שמח צמח רעים אהובים, כשמחך יצירך בגן עדן מקדם, ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן וכלה. Now the big one.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'chala Asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'chala Rina, Rina, Nitza v'chedma Ava v'achva v'shalom v're'ut Me'er Adonai Eloheinu yishama Be'er Yehuda v'chutzot Yerushalayim Kol sason v'kol simcha Kol chatan v'kol kala Kol mitzalot chatanim mechupatam U'ne'arim mimishtei neginatam Baruch atah Adonai Mesameach chatan im hakala Amen.
It's a wonderful, wonderful occasion. I'm here to emphasize that just like everything has been done in accordance with Jewish law, so too you are married today in accordance with the law of the great state of California. And I hope you realize how beautiful and inspiring this day is, Jackie and Daniel. You know, it's not anything that you ever would have pictured, just like Rabbi Kunin said, but it is so beautiful and so inspiring to all of us, because in these very difficult times, you've proven that love conquers loss, and commitment conquers chaos, and you're building something beautiful, and you're moving forward even in these difficult times. It's a wonderful thing for the future. May you build the proverbial Bayit Ne'eman b'Yisrael, a true house in Israel. I have every faith that you are going to. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. We're going to have this image gachech. Daniel, you should never have to put your foot down for anything. Here it is, Imesh Kachech Yerushalayim. I have to take a moment, and as we sing Imesh Kachech Yerushalayim, here it is, Jackie, we got to take a moment, and a big part of your heart is our homeland, Jerusalem, and the fact that you put your life literally on the line, beyond anybody in this community's imagination. Your parents stopped telling people that Jackie went to the army because you were tired of them looking up like, no. And then they weren't going to tell anybody. It was going to be their own little secret that you all went to the army, because no one in this community would believe that a young lady growing up here in Beverly Hills would make that mission. You did it. And it has a lot to do with everything you understood from your parents and grandparents and their generations of fight that they had to keep Jewish life alive. And if all you can do was serve in the army, you do it. But unfortunately, a lot of people just didn't get it. And therefore, it had to be something that you hold deeply in your heart and not always express it. But I know that's a strong suit of yours. And I know all the times you call me up and you say there's an Israeli backpacker in the middle of nowhere in the world. If there's something you can find out amongst your Chabad friends and get them situated, I know that's in your home. So I'm not sure if Jackie told you, but there's a bunch of friends that she has that she doesn't even know yet. But when they call up and they say they're an Israeli soldier and they're in need of help, that's Jackie's friend. And here it is. So as we put down our foot and we remember all that destruction, let's remember all that we get to build in life. And in our genes, in our being, we have that ability to do it. So are you all ready? Bobby's going to sing you this.
אם אשכחם ירושלים תשכח, תשכח, תשכח ימיני אם אשכחם ירושלים תשכח, תשכח, תשכח ימיני אם לא אעלה לירושלים על ראש שמחתי אם לא אעלה לירושלים Yes,
What a beautiful
Party ceremony there.
Beautiful, beautiful, nice. Beautiful wedding. What a beautiful family. Very special. Families.
Oh, we need someone tomorrow to use this beautiful football.
Thinking of other people, I see.
That's Janine.
You should know. So let's think of getting your things
Yeah, you not only that, very there for a long time.
It's your brain.
Died at 49, similar to
I know, that's like,
Simon.
like,
Yeah, but similar, but at least I always say at least I had one parent. You know, I had no children.
and everybody's like you're doing and then putting in all the way. It feels like it's going through. It was so bad.
You can't imagine it,
It's just
but I you know.
It's a great one, snatch up your
love. I was 18.
You go too well.
Thank God. Thank
You were 18.
You turned 25 a week after she was a cradle snatcher. He was a cradle snatcher.
That's what it is.
Responsibility. I felt very.
Right.
Like I really did. I look back now and I laugh. I'm like, I was a little kid. But I really felt mature. Like at the time, I thought.
That's the oldest anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? It's not bad. If it works, it works. And you are very lucky enough to meet somebody.
Like another one?
Yeah. That you grew together. I'm telling you. I think I shouldn't set it up. Just because I was thinking he always wanted to. He always said, what's coming? Thanks, Robbie. Thanks, Robbie. Really weird. Yeah.
What? It's here, the camera here.
I told Dan, guess what?
It's the legs. The camera's here. The left. I was going to say thanks for watching. Mom, we have six. Say thanks for watching.
So, what song do you want?
Mom. Mom, let's say thanks for watching to everybody on the on the Zoom.
Let's say
And then they come
We're around
they're here. Here, just
Yeah, we're right.
Bye. Hello. Bye-bye. Mazel tov. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next chapter. For the next episode.
No, it's then you look everywhere. I think now we the garden comes in.
Okay.
Maybe when we have dinner.
Yeah, well, actually, it was cutting out with the load, so we just won't.
You know, all my family.
But since we're audio, yeah, that's it.
But they did good reception.
Yeah, it's on YouTube Live, yeah.
I sent mine. Did you see Carrie and my mom wave? Bye.
Okay. Come in when you go. It's gorgeous.
Okay, I'll call you. I'll bring you in.
Really, really like it. That's what he said. There's like a little tree up there, plus it's tree. Thank you so much.
Excited when his arms
You should have seen our timeline. I mean, we're very organized. You know, you want it just to be some organic, you know, so that's Jackie's thing. So, look, it could have been, you know, Rebecca was just saying, I don't know what I feel here to plan a wedding for this, but you still have to go through. It's still all the same stuff. I worked on probably 10,000 steps. It's all the little things, the little details.
Yeah, it actually says on it's actually still 39, so people are definitely leaving. They were like 50.
It was easy to do the tables.
It's just us. That's what family.
Setups were set up.
I agree.
Oh, anytime, leave it a little bit.
She's trying to find her.
Yeah, maybe the afternoon or something. Maybe they'll come back. We'll have some other things. I don't know, just family. Yeah, something like that. Okay. It's just so sad. Text you first. I mean, he can text me first. Yeah. But you know what? Daryl, just like those days.
Okay. We can, yeah, and then what about,
when is going down? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything, I'm sure.
Mazel tov, Jackie. She asked me, do you need anything? I said, how about a smile? I said, you haven't smiled once? No, thank you.
Daryl, you know what, Daryl? Which one she's worked with, we work together. Tell
Okay, we're all good?